Hi, and welcome to Behind the Saddle. My name's Liam, and today we've got racing groom at O'Neill Racing, Kayanna. How are you, Kayanna? You okay?
All right, thank you. Nice to meet you. How
Fan-
are you?
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Really appreciate it. Have you been up
No
to much
problem.
lately?
Pardon?
Have you been up to much lately?
Just working on the yard, honestly, getting the season going. But it's been
Yeah.
pretty good recently so far.
How did you get involved in racing? Obviously, what was your interest?
So to be fair, I didn't start off wanting to work with horses.
All right.
I've always loved animals, so at first I wanted to become a vet, and I started going to this pony club, and I just fell in love with horses. Honestly, like you just can't help but fall in love with them. And I knew Khadija Mello, and she founded the course, the Rally Dream Academy, at the British Racing School. So I did a year scholarship there where I did a weekend a month for about a year whilst I was still doing my exams. And it was like the most fun I've had in a good while. I was like, this is for me, this is. And I did my GCSEs, and straight after that I went to the foundation course. So I did 12 weeks at BRS, and that's where they just teach you the basics of working with racehorses, like what you do, what you don't do, like, and from there they help students find yards to work at after if they want to keep doing like if they want to keep working with racehorses. And we spoke to each other and we were like, oh, like you should try Jonjo's, like they're quite a good yard. And I thought, do you know what? I'll give it a go. So as
Yeah.
soon as my exams were done, I went straight there, like, and I've been here for almost 2 years now,
Oh,
ever
amazing. So,
since.
so obviously you graduated from the BHS and also the Racing Dream Academy. How did that
Yeah.
shape? How did that shape yourself going into obviously John Joe's yard?
Um, I think it was really good for teaching you discipline. There's a lot of discipline and routine that comes with working with horses. Like it's it is quite a dangerous job, so I think I'm glad that I went through that. It taught me, oh, this is like basics around horses, like you don't do this, you don't do that. And it kind of gets you into that routine of working at a yard as well, because it's my first job. Like I've come straight from school, and yeah, it really shapes you to work in at a racing yard, honestly.
What would you say the most challenging part about it all is?
I'd say fitness. I think it's definitely fitness, especially if you're not really sporty or you don't do like sporty hobbies or on the side. Like going straight into working with horses, it really strains your body. And I find they're really good with encouraging us kids to like do extra fitness on the side or like go run laps around the park after school or something like that. And they really did push you and encourage you to like get your fitness sorted, because it does help. It really does help having good fitness working with horses, which is really
And
good.
what? No, that's amazing. And obviously, what are the leaders like the mentors in both in the BHS and also the Racing Dream Academy?
I find they are really supportive. Like they understand that we don't have experience with horses. Like you can go to them, ask them any question. You don't feel stupid asking them a question. Like you feel very welcomed, and like it's just exciting to be around them as well. Like it's a really nice atmosphere, honestly.
Yeah. So obviously, if people are leaving school and obviously want to get involved, how would they go about going about that?
So I I signed up through the website, and you can select what course you've done. So I think there's a 6 week, 12 week, 18 week course, and you'd select which amount of weeks depending on how much you've worked with horses. So because I did the year scholarship before the foundation course, I only had to do the 12 weeks.
All right.
So
Okay.
if you were someone that didn't have any experience with horses at all and couldn't ride or did anything, they'd do the 18-week course. And yeah, they're really supportive. That you learn a lot during those weeks. Like it's incredible how much you learn, honestly. It's really good.
So obviously, talking about your role now as a racing groom, can you just tell the audience a little bit about your role on a day-to-day basis?
So my day, I wake up at 6, get on the yard for about 7ish. So I ride the horses as well. So sometimes we either muck out in the morning, or we bring the horses in from the field. So whichever job I've got to do in the morning, I get that sorted. If I'm mucking out, I muck out their boxes, get them hay, get them water, check their shoes, make sure they're all alright. Or if I was to be bringing in, I'd bring them in from the fields, wash their legs, check their legs, and then they'd be put in their boxes and someone else would muck them out. And after I do that, I'd ride 5 lots, or depending on how many lots they give me, 5 lots, ride them out. and then we'd all have a break. So we'd have about 2-3 hour break, and we'd come back for evening stables, which I quite like. It's quite relaxing, I think. We'd
Yeah.
skip all the horses out, check their waters, check the hay feed. Now that it's getting colder as well, they're wearing more rugs to keep them warm. And yeah, if they need to get put on the walker, they get put on the walker for half an hour. Yeah, it's quite a chill day, honestly. It's
I
a
know
nice
it's hard.
routine, I think.
Yeah, obviously you're on that routine, aren't you? And obviously it must be a
Yeah.
long day, obviously, from getting up in
Oh
the
yeah.
morning to going to sleep at
Honestly.
night. And obviously, but
Yeah.
obviously that's what you're in it for, aren't you? And obviously you're probably determined. So obviously when you got future aspirations to be a jump jockey when you
Yeah.
eventually. But
Definitely.
obviously I feel like as a person in racing, you've got to have a lot of determination and obviously
Yeah. Definitely.
be there.
100%. Because there are days where you just can't be bothered, but you've got to put the horses first, like, because they can't look after themselves. Who's going to do it for them? So you've just got to get out there and enjoy it, honestly. Put the extra layers on if you need to. Get the wellies on. Just
Yeah.
go for it,
Yeah, get
honestly.
stuck in. So what would you say your obviously your biggest lesson you've learned so far throughout obviously from obviously graduating from the BHS and obviously Racing Dream Academy up until now at the yard?
I'd honestly say in this environment, like, don't be afraid to ask questions if you're not sure, like, what you're doing, because you're not going to get in trouble for not knowing what you're doing. Like, you're better off asking questions, like getting involved in like little things, like shadowing the head lasses or head lads when they're like bandaging or doing whatnot. If you want to learn something new, just ask, like, and people are more than willing to like help you out. So don't just struggle in silence. Like, speak to people, because but there will be people that will help you. Like, so I think that's pretty big to learn.
No, definitely 100% agree. And obviously there's been a big talk around obviously in racing at the moment regarding like mental health and stuff like that, which obviously
Yeah,
there's a lot of people out there that you can talk to.
yeah, definitely, 100%. I think there's the BHA, like there's staff that will come out, or you can have phone calls with, or like even people in your workplace, like that. If there's a trusted person you get on with really well, just literally speak to them, because it just helps everyone out. People can't help you if you don't ask for help. Like, so I think that's really important to know. Like, definitely ask for help. Honestly.
No, definitely, I totally agree. So, is there any like obviously you are a racing groom at the moment? Is there any challenges you face on a day-to-day basis?
Um, I think riding harder horses, like eventually, like you get put on harder horses, like the more they see you improve. And from that as well, I've learned if you're scared to ride something, you're better off speaking to someone as well, because they can give you tips on how to ride it, or like what you do, what you don't do, and then you can ride out with a pair, like go out in pairs, and they'll like mentor you whilst you're riding, stuff like that. Like, I think that's pretty good.
No, definitely, yeah. And obviously being involved in racing, obviously there's so many careers you can go into. There's not just being a jockey.
Yeah,
Obviously yourself as a racing groom, you can be yard staff. You can obviously go into different stuff like physio. Obviously, you mentioned about being wanting to be a vet when you first started out.
yeah.
It's physiotherapy. There's so much that you can get involved in, and it's not just being a jockey at the end of the day, is it? What do you think? What qualities you have to have? Do you think being in a racing yard environment?
I think you've got to be very disciplined, and you've got to be willing to put the work in. Like, you can't just turn up and expect everything to go all good and dandy. Like, you've got to put the work in. And obviously, you will have your good days, you'll have your bad days, but yeah, I think you've got to be really forward going. Like, you can't just stand around or expect people to do your jobs for you. Like, you've got to get really into it, I think. And it is quite a fun job. Like, if you think about the good side and less of the bad, like, you will have a really good time, I think. It's really fun.
Yeah. So what was like, when you were growing up, what did your parents or guardians think of you wanting to go into racing?
Um, I think they were a bit iffy at the start, because it was a bit random of me to just say, "Oh, I
Yeah.
want to do racing," but they gradually saw how much I actually enjoyed and loved working with horses, and they eventually they were like, "Just go for it." Like, any opportunity I had, they were like, "Yep, we've got this. Like, we'll do it together. Like, we'll support you." And I really do appreciate that, because it really does help having someone encourage you doing something you love.
So obviously, I know you mentioned before Khadijah. Obviously, she's part of the Racing Dream Academies, and she just tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about how much she's helped you along the way.
She's such a big inspiration, honestly. Like, She's the most cheerful person I've met. Like, honestly, I was speaking to her the other day, and she was speaking about her film that she's making now as well.
Yeah, she's doing
And
really
I
well.
thought she puts herself out there so much,
Yeah,
and so much good comes back to her, and it's just so inspirational and cool to see like how far she's come from when I first like met her to where
yeah.
she is now. I'm so proud of her, honestly. Honestly.
No, no, she is amazing. Obviously, when I first started the podcast up, I spoke to her and she gave me a lot of advice. We obviously spoke about trying to collabing together and stuff like that. And she is
Yeah,
a really positive person, and and
she
obviously
is.
she is doing a lot for the racing community, and obviously
Yeah.
she's doing really well for herself.
100%, 100%. I was saying to her, just keep going, do as much as you can, because you're such a good person. She's helping so many young people out there, like inspiring so many people to get into racing. Like,
Yeah,
it's
no,
just so
definitely.
cool to see.
Yeah, so obviously talking about your future aspirations, obviously I see on your Instagram bio you want to be a jump
Yeah.
jockey. Tell us
Oh,
a little bit more about
100%.
that.
Yeah. So I definitely want to get my license, amateur license first. Um, and I want to get into schooling. I did a bit of schooling at the racing school actually on my foundation course.
Oh, yes.
Of course, they put out some jumps for us, and we were like going around the outdoor, and then it really just confirmed. I was like, yeah, definitely. I think it's so fun. So, yeah, I'm working towards schooling more horses on the yard, like working more horses, getting my fitness up,
Yeah.
training so I can get my license at the racing school.
And obviously there's quite a few big role models there. Obviously, right out there. Jonjo, would
Yeah,
you ask them for any advice going forward?
um, I think he's he is quite a nice lad as well. He's one of the people I always ask questions as well, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like riding out with him, I always ask him for tips, and he's like, "Oh, maybe try this on a horse, or maybe try that," and I'm like, "All right, I try it," and it actually works out perfectly fine. I'm like, "You're a genius," like
Yeah.
honestly. And then we've got Richie McClellan. He comes out every
Oh
once in a
yeah.
while, and we've got Ben Macy. Like they're all lovely lads. Like ask them any question, they're more than willing to help you out. Honestly, really nice
No,
environment.
definitely, yeah. And obviously he's quite big, obviously all around the world, isn't he, as well? And obviously,
Yeah.
what's the difference? Obviously, what made you choose jump racing instead of flat racing? Is it just like the thrill of it, or?
Yeah, I think it's just so much more exciting, like just being launched in the air by this horse and like just knowing that you're the one controlling this. Like it's just so cool. Like working together with this horse, like going over these jumps, like it's just amazing, honestly.
No, I can imagine. Yeah, it's probably not when you're on a horse, like when you jump over them big fences, such as like the Grand National
Yeah,
fences, Aintree and stuff like that.
yeah,
It must be a scary
gosh,
feeling. But no, obviously, they're amazing sports people, and obviously,
yeah, definitely.
but
Or
obviously,
like,
talking about yourself, you seem quite a happy and positive person. Just with the
yeah,
13, 14 minutes we've been chatting on this interview for.
yeah.
So you know what? Obviously now, do you set yourself goals, what or targets?
Yeah, sometimes I do, like, riding out, I think sometimes, I try and get myself to ride shorter or try different things on horses. Like, I was riding out with my head last the other day, and she was, like, trying to give me, like, tips on, like, getting horses to, like, work into themselves properly, like, and I'm every day I try and achieve something new, and it does help, like, it really does, because by the end of the week, you've improved so much, and it's like, "Oh my gosh, like, I've come so far already." It's lovely to see, and you can feel it in your body as well. You can feel yourself
No.
getting stronger, and it's really nice feeling.
What's like the atmosphere at Jonjo's yard?
It is quite a chill yard, to be honest. Everyone works together. We all get our jobs done. Like in the end, if anyone needs help, you help them out. It's like a big family. Like
No,
honestly,
right,
it's really sweet. Everyone's really nice.
oh no, that's really lovely to hear. So
Yeah.
where do you think Kayanna's going to be in the next 5 years?
Well, I think I'll have my license by then. I'll be running in races. Definitely, hundred
Oh,
percent.
amazing. What race course are you most looking forward to racing at?
Hmm. Do you know what? I really like Kempton Racecourse. I
Oh,
think
wow,
it's a
okay.
really beautiful racecourse, I think. I really like Kempton. So, and I think I'd want to run at Uttoxeter because I've got a horse I've led up a few times and he's won
Oh,
there
that's
a
amazing.
few times. So I'm like, I'd really want to run there as well.
What's the feeling like at the race course and stuff when you're obviously leading up horses? Obviously, it must have been mixed emotions. Obviously, first of
Yeah,
all, obviously you want the horse to come back safe, but obviously,
yeah,
what's it like?
definitely.
What's it like being there at the race course?
It's such a rewarding feeling. Like even if your horse doesn't win, it just feels rewarding. Like seeing how much your horse has improved, like watching it on the track, like leading it up around the parade ring. It is really rewarding. I think it's quite a nice day out as well. Like being away from the yard, being out with your head louse and your favorite horses, just leading them up, platting them up is always quite nice as well. Have a bit of cuddles with them in the stable. It is really. It's I quite like going racing. I do.
Do you interact well with the owners of racehorses?
Yeah, I do meet some of my horses owners. There are a few that come regularly to watch their horses, and then there are a few that don't come as much. But it is always quite nice to meet them and have a nice chat with them, catch up with them. It's really, really sweet.
Yeah, so obviously talking about where racing is going, obviously there's a lot of there's more and more female jockeys compared to
Yeah,
what there was. Obviously we've had some big role models in the sport, such as obviously Rachel Blackmore, Holly Doyle, and there's so many women jockeys now in the sport. How do you think it's developing?
I think they're slowly accepting that women can actually be jockeys. Like, it's
Yeah.
been proven many times that there are really good female jockeys. So I think it's being accepted, and I'm really glad to see that because I think it's a bit unfair that they think women can't ride horses or they can't do this, they can't do that. So I think I'm glad that I'm witnessing it happen. I'm like, this is amazing. Like,
No, 100%. So 100% agree. How do you think racing's evolving? Obviously, I know you're quite young yourself, so obviously you probably haven't seen much of it compared to some other people. But obviously,
yeah.
from how do you think it's evolving from to now?
From what I've seen, I think it's becoming a bit more diverse.
Yeah,
Like, it's becoming more welcoming to people with with different cultural backgrounds and things. And I think there are yards that are really welcoming, and there isn't like a judgment about it anymore. I feel like you can just decide, oh, I want to work in a racing yard, go through the training, and then join a racing yard, and you won't be judged or like you won't be ridiculed for it or anything like. So I think it is quite nice to see it like kind of
yeah.
settling down.
No, yeah, I totally 100% agree. And obviously, it's amazing to see obviously a lot
Yeah,
more women, not just women as well, but more people getting involved in racing more and
yeah,
more. So
definitely.
let's talk a little bit about yourself away from racing. So what's like,
Yeah.
do you have any hobbies or any interests you do? Obviously, what's like a
Um,
day like when you obviously I know you're mad busy all the time, and obviously
yeah,
you're in the yard all the time. So what's like a
yeah.
day when you haven't got horses on your mind?
A chill day. I think I'd probably go home for like the weekend or something. Spend time with like mum and like my friends. We'd probably all go out to eat together, and then come back to mine and like have a nice chill movie night or something like that. I think that'd be my go-to day away from horses.
What's
100%.
your favourite cheap meal?
Oh, I love a good like. Do you know them boxes with mini waffles or mini pancakes?
Oh, does it like desserts? Do you mean?
I love them, honestly. They're like the best things ever.
Where
But
where you
yeah.
originally from, Kayanna? May I ask? Sorry.
Leicester.
All right. So how was it like growing up in Leicester? Like obviously your education and stuff like that. What was that like for you? Obviously growing up in Leicester.
I think it was pretty decent to be honest. It's quite a nice area. It's really like mixed backgrounds, very diverse. I think everything is quite close together as well. You don't have to travel too far to get to the different places or whatnot. I think it's pretty good, I think. But I think
And yeah,
I do prefer being out in the country now. Now that I've
oh, that's
experienced
okay.
it, I'm like, I definitely
Experienced it.
prefer being out in the country.
You're not a city girl no more.
No, definitely not. No. I think I
So
get bored when
obviously,
I go home.
yeah, yeah. But do you go home much or?
Um, Maybe once a month or something for a weekend or a
No,
week or
it's
so.
okay.
Not much.
Are you quite a family person or family big to you?
Yeah, I say a bit of both. I love being around family, but I also like being a bit independent. I like just going out and doing my own thing as well sometimes. But I do miss being
Um,
home sometimes, yeah.
all right, fair enough. So I'm gonna give you a question now. If you could ride one racehorse, past or present, so it may be one you've at the yards currently, who would you ride?
Oh, that's a good question. Um, I'm not actually sure, you know.
Anyone particular in the yard you'd love to get on now? If I could give you a license tomorrow, any particular horse you'd love to ride?
Oh, I'd love to ride my pony the long walk, honestly. My little favorite pony. But
Ah,
we've got Johnny here, he's quite a good horse. We've got We're Red and Blue. I really love him. He's like a massive horse, he is.
is he? Yeah.
Yeah, I love the big, massive ones. Like it just feels like you're floating up the gallop, honestly.
Oh no,
Um,
amazing.
yeah, we had one, Mr. Megget. I loved him. He was really sweet. Yeah, there's quite a few of them actually. There's loads of
Yeah.
them I'd love to ride. They're all most of our horses are actually really nice.
Oh really? Yeah.
So I'd love to ride all of them.
So what's one horse at Jonjo's Yard we should look out for in the future? Who you think is going to be a success?
I think who have we got now?
Any for the Grand National?
I think Mumbeg was down for the Grand National last year. I think he did decent. So I think
Yeah,
probably him.
yeah,
Probably him, Mumbeg genius.
probably. So let's just ask you a few quick fire questions now. Then, what's your favourite film?
I really like Maleficent.
All right.
I think
Favorite
that's quite.
TV
I
show?
like. Pardon?
Favorite TV show?
Oh, do you know? I really like watching The Simpsons. I really got into that recently. I don't know why. It's so random. I've just recently started watching that a lot. I quite like that.
All right, yeah. That's not probably one I'd expect anyone to say now. Favorite holiday destination you've been to?
So back home in the Caribbean, so Antigua. I used to
Oh,
go
right.
there
Okay.
loads, like all the time, but because I'm working now, I don't get to go as much. But yeah, I love it there.
Oh no, amazing. Yeah, that's probably not on my bucket list, but sounds amazing. Yeah. Whereabouts that? Is it the Caribbean? What is it?
Yeah, it's like a
It's in the
little tiny
Caribbean.
island.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? Just one couple of last questions. So obviously anyone who's grown up in racing, obviously maybe who are like 14, 15 and have been to local riding schools. Is there any particular advice you give to anyone who does want to get involved in not just racing, but like maybe equestrian or around horses in general?
I'd say go for it. It's definitely worth the try. Like you might not like it in the end, but definitely try it. It could be like a hobby on the side, but there are resources around that can help you get into these jobs or like hobbies you want to do. I think there's definitely worth a try. I think there's no way you can't enjoy it. I think you it's gonna grow on you. So I think if you wanna go for it, go for it. There's nothing holding you back. There's so much you can learn from like being around animals as well. Like even if it doesn't end up being your job, I think definitely so much you can learn. It's a fun experience. It's something that you're never gonna forget, I think. So yeah, just go for it, 100%.
And for anyone who obviously wants to get involved in the Racing Dream Academy or go to obviously you got the BHS or to the BRS, sorry, or the Racing National Horse Racing College. Any advice for them courses?
I'd say the same thing, honestly. Like, if you're unsure about joining, I think there's more than enough people that they will sit down with you. They'll like discuss what will happen, like what you would go through. They like discuss different jobs in racing as well. So you don't have to just be a rider or just be on the yard. There's loads of different jobs you can go through. So I think it's definitely worth a try because it's such a welcoming community as well. Like everyone's excited to have new kids in, new people in. Like just honestly, just have a chat with someone and they'll point you in the right direction, 100%.
Oh no, that's fantastic advice, Kayanna. And obviously it's been really lovely to have you on the show today. Obviously
Thank
from
you.
obviously myself and obviously behind the saddle, we wish you the very best of luck and obviously
Thank you very much. You too.
we hope to see you over them big fences soon
Yeah,
and then big horses.
definitely. You'll definitely see me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.